Yes, one of the other key aspects of welding, besides knowing the welding parameters, the acronym CLAMS, is body position and sight lines. What do we mean by body position and sight lines? Sight lines is obvious, something to do with your vision. Are you able to see? Don't think there's anyone who can walk blindly. Of course, if you are walking blindly, you might end up falling into a ditch. So even here, as you are welding, you need to see where you are going to weld. Now, for sight lines, this piece is where our students were doing their flat pad exercises. But realize here we have a groove. It was a V-groove joint. So by sight lines, basically it's weld where you are, see with your eyes, then you weld there. So if I'm going to weld here, since it's in flat position, the best way to look at it is looking at it from the top side. Now, so if you are going to weld like in this position, how should our sight lines be? Don't expect me, if I'm going to weld coming from here going this side. We want our eyes to be able to see where I'm coming from and where I'm going. So if I'm coming from this side and I'm going this side, I should position my head in a way that I'm able to see this side and this side. Some welders, or even students when they are teaching, you might find someone is like this. The head is now directly, or even changes the piece like this. It is now facing him. So when he's welding, he's able to see where he's coming from, but where he's going, he's not able to see that far. So with that, you find as someone is welding, so if you want to weld, let's say in a straight line, that's when you find someone who starts very well, but he goes the other side or this side. The other scenario, let's say, if the piece was like this, don't expect the piece to be facing here, then I bring my head this side. Meaning automatically your head should come this side where you are able to see your joint. So that's what we mean by sight lines. Basically, the light rays coming from your eyes should be going exactly where you want to work. So our eyes should be able to see where we want to weld. But this sight line also is connected with the body position, because automatically you can see that if I move my body this side, my head is also going to be changing, meaning my sight lines are also going to be changing. If I come this side, the sight lines now go this side. So meaning the body position is also important. So how important is body position? You position your body so that you are able to have proper sight lines, proper stability of your body, because don't think there's anyone who is a serious worker and you find him working like this. Of course, maybe for fun, sometimes you might see some YouTube videos for fun and you see welders doing like this, even sometimes having a cup of coffee, but that's for fun. For serious welding, our body should be steady on the ground. With all this, the other reason also for good body posture and sight lines is welding is an intensive work. When you are welding, the body starts getting tired. So to ensure that you don't get tired very fast and also don't develop a lot of stress in your body, you need to stand very well. That's the standing position we are encouraged to be in what is called an athletic stance. There's no any athlete, let's say boxer, you will find like this going to box. No. If I'm a boxer, meaning my legs would be apart, I'll be in this position. Why? Dodging, stability, even if probably I'm given a blow, I'm able to keep standing. So hope you are getting the concept of athletic stance. Even other movements, to move from one area to another, my legs can't be like this. If you are like this and something pushes you, you can easily go down. So meaning when you are welding, you always realize you will be seeing someone having his feet apart. When you have them apart, you are very stable on the ground. Then on top of that, for more stability, this electrode is a little bit longer. If you try to weld with one arm like this, you will be shaking. So What if you get this other arm which is not holding your electrode holder and you rest it somewhere? So this is what we call bracing arm. This is a dominant arm, the one which is holding the electrode holder. When you do this, you are able to brace your body very well. You can see right now I'm a little bit bending so much here. This is a little bit low. So to also compensate to release on the stress which is coming from here, I can make my legs a little bit wider. I go to the reasonable height whereby my back is a little bit not strained here. Hope you are still seeing the relevance of body position. Then the sight lines still. I put my piece in such a way that I'm able to see where I'm coming from and where I'm going for proper welding in the joint. So with that, I go into this position. Then also this helps us with what we call proper range of motion. What is range of motion? It's the maximum distance you can weld in. If you have poor body position, let's say I was like this, most likely by the time I move from around here to somewhere, I will have a lot of fatigue. My eyes either will be paining, the back is paining. So body position also helps and sight lines help with proper range of motion. The maximum distance you can weld in while still comfortable. That's what we call range of motion. So back to our good position. My legs apart, bracing arm, get the dominant arm, rest it here. So once I strike, let's say I strike here, I'm able to weld. It also helps with feeding the electrode comfortably without shaking. Because for good welding, you have to have a stable electrode. Everything consistent, travel speed consistent, maintaining the proper arc length. We talked about the arc length. So you can see with all this, it's even so good for beginners that once you light your electrode, you don't have to do much. Just have to collapse this bracing arm. Once I go into this motion, you find all other things work out themselves automatically. So this is a good technique. It works very much for beginners and even pro welders. You realize that when they're doing serious works which require high standards, they will have proper bracing and proper standing position. Elements on. So as I'm welding, I'm maintaining the right arc length. I'm doing a weld bead pass. So when I'm doing this, I'm controlling a number of parameters. I'm controlling arc length. I'm having the right travel speed to deposit uniformly. Current, I already set it on the machine. So when you are doing SMAW or slag, so you give it some time to cool, then you remove the slag with a chipping hammer. You also get the wire brush. Yeah, so when it has cooled, this is a chipping hammer, this is wire brush. So you remove the slag. So with our students, we start by doing this, but of course when they start, it's basically first days is learning how to strike an arc. But there are those who are good who get it very fast and they're able to start doing some decent beads, but of course not like this. So with this bead, when I was doing it, it's not yet a complete pass. A complete pass is now finishing the whole joint. So meaning we'd have to do a restart here and we finish it up. So with this, we analyze it for the other parameters to ensure that I maintained all the parameters. For deposition, if I was moving in some areas slow, you would be able to see some areas where we deposited a lot. If I was moving fast, some areas would see a thin ropey bead if I moved so fast. Then for the current, if I didn't set enough amperage, you look at the toes of the weld. Toes is the edge here. This is reinforcement of the weld bead, but at the edge where it joins to the parent metal. So we look at it, we observe and see if it penetrated very well into the parent metal. If it didn't, you can look at the bead and it's like just sitting on the top of the parent metal, meaning your amperage was not enough, you adjust. Or if your bead penetrated so much, or sometimes even when you're welding, you see, let's say undercut, you would see at the edges, like undercut, you would see like a groove into the parent metal at the edge. Most times that can also show that your amperage was too much, the one you sent, meaning you would have to adjust. Manipulation, I didn't really do much manipulation, but for the next bead, I will be doing side to side manipulation. So for start, we start right now. Of course, it's basically getting used to doing a weld bead one at a time, but we try to do it from the start to put them in the understanding of building up a pad, creating another layer of metal. So we encourage you start at the edge here, finish one pass, you put another, and here, keep building them in that sequence. The next bead I'm going to be overlapping this other bead by around a half to join them. So you will be seeing it when it's done. I'm going to weld it very fast, then you'll see we shall start having another layer of metal here. So we do that. When we are done with that, then you'll be seeing us progressing to now joining metals and basically doing joints. I showed you the V-groove. Once someone proves to do a nice weld bead pad, meaning we progress now to doing a V-groove joint. From there we do T-joints, those are fillet welds. For today, for this demonstration lesson, I'm just going to build a pad here and you see how it turns out. Then our next demonstration video, we shall progress to weld joints. Then later we shall progress to doing the same things but in different welding positions. Different welding positions, there are few things, the same parameters, but now they change a little. For example, if you are going to do welding, let's say when you reach the welding position of 3G, yours the work angle will change. Work angle, instead of dragging, you'll see us doing vertical up welding. Few things keep changing, but basically they are the same. Once you have the basics from just doing a flat pad, the other welding positions become easier, as you'll see later. Let's switch on the machine, weld for fun. This is 3.2 electrode. Now I'm going to adjust the amperage. So for 3.2 electrodes, I'm going to adjust the amperage. Even 118 can work, 120 within that range. When I was welding, I didn't finish the weld passes. This one stopped here, another one stopped here, third one stopped here, fourth one here, then fifth here. I did that so that we can easily observe. It's a little bit hot. Let's put it down. So this I did so that you can observe very well what we mean by building up a pad. First one here. So you can see this side is still low. This side you can see another layer of metal is joining. And when you look at this layer which we are making, there's no space in between the weld beads. You can see it's like one bead from here up to here. So that's how a good pad should be. Because what we are doing is putting another layer of metal. So for strength and strong joint, they should be overlapping each other to make one layer of metal the way you are seeing it here. Hope the camera is able to have it very well. So we do that. That's what we do for practice. So you practice that. Actually, it's a good practice to get used to doing good welds. I've watched some other videos from other welders, and it's very recommended that as a beginner or even an experienced welder, you take some time to do this stacking up beads, to build up weld bead pads. So thank you. If you have questions, you can drop them in the comment section and we shall reply to you. And in case you have some tips to add into our knowledge and for better improvement of our welding, we welcome your ideas and opinions. So thank you for being part of this demonstration class. We shall be waiting for you in our next demonstration class. Good day.